very, very good foundation. If you don't have trust in someone, if you don't have true mind, you cannot make good relationship. Okay, openness is another word, transparency. We use, you know what transparency is, right? We use many transparencies is this PowerPoint projector. You place clear plastic on top of the light source, right? That's transparency. You see through something. That's transparency. So that also another word, open. That's another a significant element for good relationships. If you have open mind, also you have to have any open mind to accept anything from others. You can build good relationship too. That applies personal, professional, social interactions too. Okay, right here I use academic words, academic terms, but in reality you already know that, right? So I don't explain something that you don't know, alright? So just in this lecture, just understand. Yeah, that's we do every day, right? Understand like that. Okay, trust, openness. Okay, there's this from this slide. I'm gonna mention that the skills how you can build trust, open. That is foundation of good, strong relationship. Okay, to do this, you have to have effective listening. You just don't hear. You just give a good reply to others. You exchange information. If you have any question, ask them. Also, you can exchange emotions too. When somebody says, "Oh, today is a really bad day," then you just you don't ignore and go away. That's not good for a good relationship, right? Ask them, "Well, what happened?" Ask them. "Yeah, I got a car accident," something like that. So, effective listening is very, very important. It says not only just hear words, language, that's not about it. Fully understand, recognize someone else's, sometimes emotion too. That's the interpretation. Effective listening involves active listening, actively engage someone others. Not an offensive way, okay? You keep good manner when you involve someone else's situation. Yeah, so that is another way of good listening. Okay? Third bullet, the empathy. emphasizes this many times. Empathy explains everything in relationships. Empathy means recognize, understand, situation of others. Okay, situation means everything.
I'm sorry, but you're missing A. Empathy. And then EMPATHY.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah. So situation means it could be anything. Their emotions, their background, their academic background, their cultural background, their job positions, their social class, and everything. Once you put yourself in someone else's situation, then you can understand how they live, how they feel in that situation. But not 100%, but the important thing is you try to understand their situation. That's empathy mind. Okay, last bullet, to do this better, active listening, effective listening, give eye contact, body language, avoid interrupting. When somebody says, very important, I mean, it is different from you have question. When you have question, you ask, right? But interrupting means you just change the context of the conversation. Yeah, that's the interrupting. So practice patience too. Even though someone tells you, really boring stories, you have to have, patience to listen. Okay. Also, when you have, it is also another important thing is ask. When you ask question, always expect open, conclusions, open answers. Not all. You don't expect only one answer. Okay, that's open-ended question. That means you can understand many different opinions of others, many different thoughts, many different emotions that help you make good relationships. When you listen, always try to understand. Same as empathy, understand. Only not to, respond, give, use feedbacks. Also, this is important too. Sometimes we use silence. Someone really has, okay, let's say, my father passed away 2 years ago. That day I was really, sad. One of my friends came. He just stayed with me. He didn't say anything. That means even though we didn't exchange any conversation, any words, but that helps. Just keep the conversation silent, that helps also building good relationship, because because the situation is too, sad to sorrow, just by standing and by, stay with someone else, that helps. Also empathy and understanding. The other, previous lectures I emphasized many times empathy, understanding. Is you have good empathy mind and understanding. That's also good skill for communication. Eventually, you build good relationships. You understand others' feeling, not shallow level, deep level of understanding. There are feelings, emotions. Also, it comes with compassion, concerns, genuine desire. Okay, if you have true friend, you give them advice, right? Hey, John, if you can get short haircut, fix your hair, that make you really handsome, right? That's genuine desire. That helps also good relationship building. Understand, support, same. Empathy, understanding. Another point for bullet 3, perspective 2. That's very important. Perspective. Situation includes perspective too. Okay, I am Christian. In Christian point of view, I don't understand how Muslim people do, how Jewish do, right? Me as Christian, I don't want to involve any violence, right? But I just see, everyday news says wars between Palestinians, Israel. I really don't understand. Sometimes I hate those things. But if you try to understand, if you have empty mind, okay, even though I am Christian, what if I am Muslim living in Palestine? That's the perspective. Totally different, point of view. Totally different world view. That's perspective. What if I have different perspectives? As Muslim, as Buddhist. So another important, emphasize active listening, reflective response, open-end question, empathetic language. Yeah, I know how you, went through, so many hard times. Yeah, I understand. That's the, empty languages. Like I said, I understand, how, you have bad situations. I am here with you, I'm here for you. That's empathetic language. Okay. Another important point, we kind of tendency to judge something, right, in our relationships. Even though without recognizing that I'm judging someone, we use it. We use many times. But, actually, avoiding judgment helps you have good communication skill and eventually good relationships. Another important one, keep boundary, respect their boundary. When I have a friendship with Muslim, I don't break their boundaries, right? But I don't believe Muslim, I don't believe Islam, but when I have a relationship with someone, I don't want to break their culture, their traditions, their religious belief. Many husband and wife, when I married, 30 years ago, first 1 and 2 years, we fight almost every day. When we have argument, I curse my wife's family, my wife's father, mother. That's breaking boundaries. Yeah, don't do that. So practice patience too. We have to practice. Another sub-chapter for building, maintaining good relationship is conflict resolution communications. Because people have different, any kind of background, right? Cultural, educational, religious. So we live in different settings. So there should be always, it doesn't matter how the conflict level is high or low, there's always conflict between people. So good communicator always seek the resolution to minimize conflict. That make you good communicator. Conflict arises because of different perspectives. I am Christian perspectives. Someone else has Jewish perspectives. Someone else has Islamic perspectives. Perspective can apply to anything. Like I'm Korean, I have Korean point of view, Korean traditional point of view. Japanese perspective, Japanese point of view. So that can be applied to anything, any religion, sometimes politics, right? That's why we have conflict, because we have different perspectives, different values. Okay, let's say Asian people have more values on what? Mostly, commonly, normally, education, right? We give, more values for education. But other culture, totally different value systems, right? some other country, no, I don't give, I don't give shit to education. I just, give value. We live, only one time in our life. So, I give my value to having fun. Yeah. So, yeah, that's the difference. Also, people have different needs. Let's say people live in Africa, people live in America. They have different needs, right? African people, they just maintain their basic lives. That's the matter they have. But American people, no. We want to pursue, my personal goals. I want to be doctor. A totally different needs. I want to be, professor. I want to be, information technician. I want to be working in Google, something like that. Yes, so people have different needs. Because different needs, people have arise conflict. So conflict lies, we always have try to find resolution, to minimize conflicts. Because we live in society. I am not living as individual only. I receive help. I depend on someone else. So you have to have a strategy to minimize the difference. You try to find common ground. Okay. We say this many times, right? Something in common. Yeah. Try to find those things. Okay. Also, conflict resolution is kind of you try to find out common ground, something in common, right? Also, mutual agreements. Okay, what I want is 10, but I give up some of them. Also, you give up some of them. Okay, there's 5 things we share together. That's mutual agreement. Also, resolving a conflict that takes time. Much efforts. Not only one time, practice, one time action does not result conflict resolution. You keep trying many times. You have to give much effort to reduce conflict. Okay, like I said before, good way to reduce conflict, willingness to understand, empathy mind. Important. Mutual agreement, mutual outcome, same. Okay, just like same as previous, reducing conflict first, you have to navigate what the conflict is. If you don't know what the true, problem or conflict is, you cannot make resolution, right? So you try to find out, you navigate. You have conflict I have conflict with, little bit of conflict with my wife. I have a little bit of conflict with my daughter. I have a little bit of conflict of my son. So you have to navigate what kind of conflict you have with people. So compromise. That's another word, mutual agreement, negotiation. You cannot get 100% what you want, right? You have to negotiate with someone else. Also, compromise is also important because it gives us balancing. Okay, me, my wife, we have different interests when we have free time. When we have free time, I just want to be alone. I don't want to touch by someone else. But my wife, when she have free time, she wanna stay with me. She wanna watch TV with me. She wanna So that's different interests, right? Because of that, there's conflict. But I cannot insist, I cannot get 100% of free time being alone. I have to sacrifice my interest. Also, my wife, she has to sacrifice her interest. So compromise, negotiation, too. That's another good skill of making good communication skill. Eventually, that leads to good relationships. Same words, win-win situation, win-win solution, same thing. You win, I win. Yeah. I win, you lose, nothing like that. You win, I lose. I win, you lose, nothing like that. You win, I win. Okay, today's kind of part, we have 30 minutes more to go. Okay. Communications skill in conflict, especially when you have a conflict with anyone, right? If you have to have you better to have good communication skill techniques to minimize conflict. Same, navigating conflict, the same words. Identifying, understand, communicating skills. That's also good point to communicate better. Okay, me with my wife, we have different communication type. Most of the time, I talk directly. Honey, I'm hungry. Okay, but most time I wanna spend time alone. But I wanna be with you. I wanna sit beside you. I say directly to my wife that what I want. That's my communicating skill. But my wife, she has different communication skill. Her style is indirect communication. You know what I mean, okay? She's hungry. She doesn't say, honey, I want, okay, we have a kind of, a leftover pizza, right? When I am hungry, oh, I want that piece of pizza. My wife, she said differently. She talked indirectly. For example, she asked me, honey, your stomach is full, right? Then she takes her pieces. That's the different communication skill. So, I mean, there's nothing wrong, there's nothing right, there's nothing good about communication type. Only different of how people communicate. So you recognize, you respect, you understand their communication type, different communication types. First, when I married, first few years, I really didn't understand my wife. Before I got married, we were boyfriend, girlfriend, like almost 5 years. That time, before I got married, I said myself, I totally 100% understand my wife. But once I got married, I knew nothing about her. Yeah. So, also, good way to communicate better, to reduce conflict, constructive, destructive communicate. Someone says, I don't want to make example. Okay, me and my wife too. Okay, my daughter got a grade B. Then I always want her to grade A, right? So I say to my daughter, Hannah, yeah, I'm grateful too. You best, right? You study really hard. But I say like this, Hannah, just reduce, watching YouTube, watching TVs. That hours, you put more hours to study, then you're gonna have grade A. Then even more, you're gonna be only one top student in your school. I say like this, but my wife, she said differently. I knew you get B because you always watch TV. She said something like that. That's destructive communication. I don't know if this is a good example of constructive, destructive communication. You guys face every day, right? These two types, right? So, always helps. Constructive communicating helps reduce conflicts. Yeah, another, same, right? Okay, constructive communication gives you more idea. You have to listen actively, express your feelings, your needs. Okay, one common thing about Asian culture, we kind of hesitate to express my feeling, my emotions. When you have bad feeling, when you have bad emotions, express it in a good way. You keep it in good etiquettes. Honey, that really hurt my feelings when you say like that. If you keep it, then you build that bad emotions. Later, that escalate to big event of fighting, right? And so when you have emotions, sometimes happy and good emotions too. I'm really happy. I got grade A. I'm really happy. I'm proud of myself. Express those things too. But Asian culture, we kind of hesitating expressing those feelings, emotions.
I have a question. Can I ask? Expressing feelings and your emotions, is it a good thing?
Yes.
Or a bad thing?
Good things. You express your emotions, feeling in a good way. Yeah. Always. Sometimes when you hurt, okay, let's say when somebody hurt my feeling, my first reaction is I get angry, right? Then, hey man, you hurt my feelings. I tried my best to make a good result, but why you say like that? Most people do like this, right? But in a good way, if you want to make good relationship, if you want to have good communication skill and techniques, express your emotions, feelings. That's really, really important. I don't want to say like this. Okay, Korean Christian culture. In church, everybody has one face. Like, loving smile. I call it that's fake smile in church. Also, there's different level of conflicts in the church because we have different perspectives, different needs. When they have some kind of unsatisfaction event in church, they have to express it. Like I said, Asian culture, expression, emotion, feelings is kind of bad culture, right? Don't do that. In a good way, with good etiquettes, express it. That helps you build good relationship eventually, finally. So another word, destructive communication, defensive. Okay, somebody picking on you. When somebody picking on you, what you gonna do? You defend yourself. My boss tell me, hey, Peter, you didn't complete your work today. What's my reaction? Oh yeah, I didn't have much time, because I was trying to help somebody. That's defensive. That's not good for building good relationship. Accept any complaint, any comment. Oh yeah, I know. Yeah, I'm sorry, I didn't do my job complete today. Then try to explain why. Don't be defensive. once you always make defensive, it doesn't have very good relationship. Blame, right? Accusation. That's because of you. You didn't do good job. Our company makes low profit. Don't do that. Yelling, aggressive, personal attacks. Okay, when you have a meeting with employees in your company, right? You're picking on someone else. That's personal attack. Yeah. Even more, you put your emotion too. You hurt their someone else's emotion too. That's no good. Avoidance, manipulation also. You drive someone to something else. What is it? Gaslighting, right? That's no good. Okay, tripping, okay. Always avoid that you have this regard of feeling. Someone has bad feelings, bad emotions, you approach them. Hey man, what happened to you today? Ask them. Then, he opens his mind, tell the true feeling of event that he had that day. So disruptive communication always escalates conflict to high level. Same slide. Okay, building personal relationships. That applies also friendship, families. Okay, friendship, family relationship is integral. We don't live without those relationships, right? Any level of relationship you have with your friends, families, right? That's part of our life. Family, friendship, relationship. That's part of our life. So, you have to mind. We live together. You offer, supporting, connection, helping mind. Yeah, second bullet, one more time. Effective communication in friendship, in family. You have empathetic mind. Yeah, that helps have a healthy, strong relationships. Friendship, that's also nature, voluntarily nature. You don't find, no one has no friend, right? Everyone has friends. That's voluntary nature means. You have to give them, social, emotional support to your friends too. Yeah, hey man, I understand. I understand how badly you went through today. I understand. That's emotional support. Also, another important thing is variety, flexibility. There are many different, like I said, many different perspectives, many different needs, many different backgrounds in relationship with your friends, right? So you have to understand, you have to recognize those situations, backgrounds. then you have to mind flexibility. In here, flexibility means you adjust yourself to someone else's situation. Then you understand. Then you be with your friend's situation. So, yeah, that's really, that applies family too. Yeah. Emotional, that's obligation. Obligation. Okay. Obligation is not always bad thing. Okay. In family, there should be obligation, right? Son always listen to father's order. Mom's order, right? That's the obligation. You keep, I keep curfew. Even though you are grown up, you over 22, you have to come home by 10. That's the obligation. Shared interest is also good. In family, long-term, communication, tradition, histories, conflict, same, you already know that, about family issues and things that you have to do in your family. Okay, one more time, building healthy relationship takes time. It is not giving you result instantly. It takes time. It takes much effort to build good relationships. To do this, one more time, active listening, open, honest, true mind. You have to have. Use, okay? Also, Asian culture, we don't use I, right? When you need something in company, you use your friend's name. The co-worker's name. I'm Peter. Then you report to your boss. John needs, some kind of more snacks when we have, company cafeteria. John says, but use I. Eventually, that helps in a good manner. You keep in good way to express yourself. So you say to your boss, I want more sodas, more drinks in freezer. So, manager, can you give me more, refreshment when we have break? Yeah, that's also important things. Okay. So same repeat. Respect boundaries. Okay, you don't break personal boundary, personal cultural boundary, personal religional boundary, personal family, kind of relative boundary. Don't try to break it. The movie Parasite.
Oh, that's a good movie.
선 넘지 말라고. You don't cross the line. 이성균 says, right? In the movie. Yeah. 이성균, he is businessman, he is rich man, he has his own boundary territory. In that class, in the movie, the driver, he has lower social class, right? You cannot cross the line that I have made. Yeah. That's a bad example. Anyway, I mean, the same. I'm talking general, general idea. When you work with your co-worker, we are all same level, right? So you respect their boundaries, they respect your boundaries. Also important, apology, forgive. Everyone make any kind of mistake every day, right? Especially family, friendship, even, couples, husband and wife, boyfriend, girlfriend. When you do something, some kind of bad things or some kind of mistake, ask, say, I'm sorry, I apologize. You take it? Yeah, honey, I know, I forgive you. Forgiving is more hard. You know that, right? Because you hurt your emotion. You don't forgive right away because your emotion hurt badly. But eventually, you try. You have to forgive someone else. That's important. That builds deep, strong relationships. You have to have quality time together. Husband and wife, boyfriend, girlfriend, they go hike mountains together. When they do, they talk many things, right? That's quality time. Not just sitting, watching TV. That's not quality time. Yeah. Also regular check-ins. Honey, are you okay? Ask them, always ask them. Yes. That applies to friendship, anything. That can apply to co-worker too. It is kind of follow, okay? When someone in your company asks, he didn't know how to use some computer program, right? Then you let him know that one. Then later you ask him, hey man, did you get it? Did you make it easy to understand? Ask them. That's follow, check it. Okay, communication skills. Same. Those things apply not only family, friends. That applies to everything. Yeah. Personal relationships. That's you have to do. For good relationship, you need to practice. Yeah. Practice what? Communication skills, empathy, mind. You spend quality time, understand other perspectives, other situations. Any practice resolve conflicts. You show your affection, your love to others. Always we have to grow together. You grow up, I grow up. I don't want to be only successful person in the society. I want everyone to grow up, Everyone successful. Yeah. That makes good harmony. Respect boundaries, surprise gestures, that's also good too, making good relationships. Random act of kindness. When you go to liquor store, you buy, because you have thirsty, right? You buy one more Coke, give your friend. That's random act of kindness. You express forgiveness, good. Maintain, those things. Okay. Okay, next, I think we're gonna cover relationship, how you can build good romantic relationship with your boyfriend, with your girlfriend, husband and wife. Okay, so we're gonna continue with this slide next week. Okay. Any questions? Anything you don't know? Anything you wanna say?
Yeah, I have one more question, but you guys can go. Thank you. I don't know.
Thank you.
Should I go?
That's okay.
Sorry, I feel like they're going.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
Okay, I was just thinking, can a person be like, can the person have all the communication skills, but he doesn't want to, like,
Part of society or doesn't want to adopt himself to something or
like he might doesn't like that girl that much. Is that possible?
yeah.
Let's say two couples all together, and because they're together, I don't know, like they're together but not like they don't
get along together.
They don't get along. I don't know, because I feel like sometimes I see some.
That's common.
Yeah.
Eventually that's common.
Oh, that's common.
Yeah. Okay, I have my own style. I'm not saying my style is right. My style is bad. Okay.
Right.
But I don't know why. When I go to even church, I have someone I don't like. Because church goer, we have to practice love, right? But there's someone I don't even want to talk to him. Sometimes I have a feeling of hate for him. That's kind of normal. The matter is, once you feel like you have really, if only one side feeling, maybe that guy might think me as a real, really close friend. But I don't think that way. Yeah, sometimes when you have conflict arise that escalates, big conflict, that's the important piece. You have to have skill, you have to have communication skill, reducing conflicts.
Okay, I have an experience I want to share with you. It's kind of personal. So, I had a relationship. It was like the guy was very aggressive and he blames a lot.
Yes.
I think he's like a narcissism. But at the same time, he's nice.
I know.
And he's like, sometimes he's nice, he's sweet, but sometimes, the most of the time, like 80%, most of the time, he was very aggressive, very violent. Yes, aggressive, like yelling, like.
Whatever he do, whatever he thinks is always right?
Yeah, he doesn't talk about feelings.
Yeah.
And I wonder, but the time that I want to leave, right?
I know.
But he kind of feel like, no, you
No, you have to stay,
Yeah. Like, why? He doesn't like. He obviously doesn't like me, but then he doesn't want me to leave. I don't know what is going on.
I'm not. I cannot say with one words. It could be why. Why does he act like that? There could be many reasons. Because some people have, abused when they were children. It could be the reason he resembles his father's, right? It could be many different reasons. If you think that is a really problem, you could ask, try to understand, try to give advice, not in, emotional aggressiveness, okay? In a cool mind, logically try to, communicate with him. Sometimes you give, you really, when you do, things really aggressive, that hurts my feeling. You talk with them things. I don't know, I cannot say. It is really complex.
Yeah, it's very complicated, and I think you're right. It's because the child's abusive, or like he's resembling his dad, or he thinks this is what a real man do.
Yes,
And
yes.
then, but at the same time, he feels. I think he feels failure that his woman
Right.
wants
That's
to
because
leave.
of, right, yes.
The woman wants to leave.
Yes.
So he's like, I don't like you, but I cannot, but I don't want to admit that this
Right.
relationship has
Right.
failed.
Yes, yes.
So that's what
That
I
might be
thought.
the reason. So that was, like I said before, that's defensive mind.
But yeah,
It
it was
could be,
very interesting.
Really strong person, muscular guys, like he has, good martial arts skill, they don't get involved in fighting, right? Most of the time. They stay neutrally. Okay, weak people, weak mind people have more violence.
Oh, weak mind.
Okay, when they have power to control lower level,